Hello.
Thank you for always tuning in. Here is another interesting episode of your lovely show, Lifelines with Mima. Stay stuck.
Good evening, Abuja, and a very warm welcome to another interesting edition of Lifelines with me. How are you guys doing? How are you enjoying the holidays? Barka de Salah to all our Muslim faithfuls. May Allah accept our ibadah. May He bless you this season. May He forgive your sins, and may He keep us until another Salah and other Salahs, inshallah. Hope you guys are doing great. Like I am doing awesome. Oh yes, yesterday was Salah meat. I'm not gonna lie. I ate and ate and ate and ate. I went from my sister's to Popsy's house. Everywhere. I was just eating fried meat and chin chin with rice. Salah things. I hope you're doing same. I hope you're enjoying the holiday. I hope you're spending time with those that matter. I hope you're appreciating the moments that count. I hope you are not wallowing in sadness. Oh, I don't have money for Ram this year. Oh, last year I was richer than this. Oh, hey, sweetheart, you are alive and well, and that is all that matters. Our blessings come at different times. It may be the gift of health that God is giving you today. Take it, appreciate it, and be happy. You don't know what tomorrow is pregnant with. Therefore, hey, just enjoy today, right? Enjoy today. I've missed you guys. Yes, I've been away for some time. Lifelines with Bima. We're growing, so it's taking extra hard work to get certain things done. Huge announcement that I'm going to be making soon. But hey, let me just hint you a little bit. We are expanding to other channels. We used to be on AIT and NTA, but now we're moving up to African Magic, and two channels on African Magic for that matter. Tells you that God is helping us, and your support and prayers has not been in vain. And so I love you. I appreciate you. And we're also live on YouTube, on Instagram, and also on Facebook. So, you want to see my beautiful Salah face, then you need to hook up to our live. It's Lifelines with Mima, right? For Facebook, and then for Instagram, it's Lifelines with Mima one. For YouTube, it's Lifelines with Mima. So just do a quick search, you'll see we're live, and you can join the show. Remember, it starts with a little bit of a talk on our subject matter, and later on, open up the phone lines for you to call in with your contributions, with your questions, whatever it is, right? I'm going to be throwing open the phone lines. Are you ready for today's beautiful episode? I'm sure you are. We're going to be discussing what to do if your partner is still close to their ex. Let me say that again. What would you do, or what you should do, when your partner or your husband or your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend, your boyfriend is still close to their ex, be it ex-wife, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, but your significant other is still in close communication with their ex, the person that was there before you. What do you do if you find yourself in this kind of situation? Yep, it's going to be interesting. Yes, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's Lifelines with Nima. Time check is 5:12. It's your darling station, 107.7 FM Armed Forces Radio, your only authentic dial. Today, we'll be discussing what you should do if your partner or your spouse is still close to their ex. Well, the first thing I need to point out here is that you're not alone, and this struggle is a very normal one to have. Okay, of course, it concerns. It's very concerning. Like it's disturbing. It's more like it. Like you are not alone in feeling the way that you feel, because a lot of people are going through this. It's a phase in most relationships that if you're not careful, if you don't manage it well, it could potentially destroy your beautiful relationship or marriage, right? It's normal to feel uncomfortable and insecure because you know what they have shared in the past. And like they say, old firewood lights faster. You know, say spark it just happen quick. If your boyfriend or husband, is playing with a new girl, for example, you will not be as insecure as you would be if you know he is relating closely to his ex, because you know that this person knows him very well. This person knows his secrets, knows his home button, knows where to press, knows how to handle him. Maybe better than you, because you don't know how long their relationship was, and what happened and all that. So of course it's normal for you to feel concerned, for you to feel worried that your guy or your babe or your husband or your wife is still in close touch with their ex. Before I go on, I'd like to point out a special exception in cases where there are children involved. Okay? Yeah. I mean, we cannot generalize these rules, because when you have a peculiar situation where your husband has had children with another wife before you came, or your boyfriend has a child, or your wife has another child, that's peculiar, right? That's different. Okay, so you cannot jungle all of them together. That is a different situation. So you have to understand that they have to communicate to be and be civil with each other, if not friendly, because of the children. So your husband just has to relate with this person because of the children. Whether he likes it or not, they just have to talk. They just have to communicate, because, and even try to be friendly and all nice to each other because of the children. Okay, so the separation may already be very difficult for the children. So be compassionate and understanding by trying not to ensure that your spouse and their ex become lifelong enemies. Because for some of us, we just say, oh, go and keep your child with your mother. If you want me to, if I'm marrying you, you cannot come into my house with another man's child. Go and keep the child with your mother, or let the child go back to her own father. You know, or you have just when these children are trying to make sense of, oh, our parents are separated, then they are divorced, then we have a new mommy or new daddy coming into the picture. They are still just not put together. They are still struggling to accept and deal with what just happened. And so, of course, you need to be compassionate and kind to them, in the sense that they are innocent of all that has happened, especially if you know about the children before you came into the union. It is expected that you will create space and time to accommodate this, and also allow your spouse attend to the needs of their children. So that is really important, and I want us to take that exception down. All right. So our focus today is on the type of closeness with an ex that threatens your relationship and diverts attention from it. A sort of closeness that erodes the trust, security, and respect of the current relationship, especially when your partner is adamant about maintaining his relationship with no care, in the world about how it affects you, or if there should be any boundaries at all, right? You begin to wonder if he still sends her money, if they still meet up often, if they still share secrets, how they discuss you, and most of all, do they still love each other, right? Do they still want each other back? Now, these are normal fears, and except you don't love your significant other, it's expected that you get worried and you start thinking, along these lines. So, we're talking today expressly about, the kind of exes that, there are no children involved or any cogent reason why. They should still be that close, but they are close. There are no boundaries. There is no drawing the line. There's no carrying you along, right? And you have a bad feeling about it, right? So that's the type that we're talking about today. Have you felt that before? Yes, I know. Yes, I know. I know many of you listening and saying, "Ha, I've been there. Honestly, I know what that feels like. It's not a good place to be." All right, so and all that. Now, here are some steps you can take to manage the situation. So, number one, start by asking questions and investigating the past relationship. Let me say that again. Start by asking questions and investigating the relationship. Was it a good one? Was it messy? What are the reasons for the separation in the first place? Who initiated it? What are their reasons? What are the chances of your partner and their ex coming back together? Right? In essence, do some sort of a risk assessment to help you understand what you are dealing with. Sometimes the results from your inquiries may be enough to put your mind to rest. If not, then you move on to the next step. So, of course, just try to understand why they even broke up in the first place, right? Just try to understand that first. Investigate. What is it possible that they can still come together? Is there a chance that they can, or oh, never? It's never going to happen. So, I mean, if you know they can never come back together, I mean, okay, now, well, it's not such a big deal. You can manage that, okay? But if there is, then we move on to the next step. Now, the next step is to start by having an open and honest conversation with your partner. Okay? Please don't have this conversation when you are upset or fighting over something else. Choose a quiet time when you can talk rationally without too much sentiment and talk, right? To your partner about, when you're talking out of sentiment, you're not rational, you are crying, you're angry, you're shouting. This is not the time to pass any good message. This is not a good time to discuss anything important, especially not something this sensitive. So don't pick a quarrel and then in the middle of the quarrel, that's when you're now bringing this topic. No, you are never going to get a good response from that. It's going to be still to your disadvantage at the end of the day. So choose wisely where you are going to have that conversation, when you have it, and in what mood. Like, are you calm? Are you rational? Or are you upset? So you have to bring yourself to a place of calm before you can discuss it with him, okay, or her. Mm? So be open with your feelings. Otherwise, your partner may assume that you're okay with the relationship. Ask questions about the current situation of their relationship. Be careful not to insult the ex, as this makes you look bad and jealous, and your partner may become defensive. Okay, so don't be judgmental in your approach and be ready to listen to your spouse. Remember to listen to understand them, not to pick points to use against them. This is what my couples do a lot. So they are trying. One partner is trying to talk, and the other person is not listening to understand their pain or where they are coming from. The person is listening to just pick points to fight back. Okay, when you finish talking, I'll say my own. Then the person will start replying and fighting back. No, listen to understand your spouse. Put yourself in their positions. Okay. The next step is to set realistic boundaries with your partner. Emphasis on the word realistic. Okay? Remember that healthy boundaries can work within a relationship that has strong trust. That will mean that you will not feel the need to snoop around his phone, follow him around, stalk him and all that. And set. Because once you are able to talk about this with your spouse and you have good understanding, and you both agree on what to do, then you have very little problem. Most of the time, the issue with most couples is that they are not talking, they're not communicating. They are failing to realize that they are both on the same team. They love each other. They're not competitors. They're not fighting each other. They are looking out for one another. Now, if you keep that at the back of your mind, you will have better relationships, even if it's not even your personal relationship, even if it's with colleagues and all that. So it is critical, that you have that type of relationship. So let's look at some of the boundaries that you can set. Number one, the first one is to get your partner to be completely transparent about his or her dealings with their ex. Okay, so we're not keeping any secret. So in their communications and meetings, when necessary, you should always be in the know and be carried along. If possible, Join them whenever you are free or it's convenient, right? Just be a part of it. Agree with your spouse that they will keep you posted. Okay, they'll tell you, oh, this person called me today. We chit chatted a bit. She wanted us to discuss da 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 da. Or I'm supposed to see this person on Sunday. This is the reason, right? Carry Discuss this, set the boundaries, and carry your partner along. The next one is to ask your partner to reduce communication, okay? Because sometimes it can be too much. I know a lot of people that, man, the way they are so close to their exes is very worrisome, honestly. So ask your partner to reduce communication. A phone call or a text every now and then, your phone at 12 midnight to tell you, oh, I went clubbing and my tire down. Please, can you come and help me? Please, baby, come and help me. And your new girlfriend is lying right there beside you, and you jump up and you carry your car keys. You're going to go and rescue madam from. Hey, no, 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 no. Set boundaries, 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 boundaries. The next one is set a boundary about your partner rushing to the aid of their ex. Yeah, just like I was just saying, without your knowledge or consent, because it's a no-no. Honestly, that is a no-no. Your partner shouldn't leave you in the middle of the night and go to help his ex because she can't sleep alone, or spend substantial amounts of money on their ex regularly. Right? Of course, for an ex-girlfriend or a boyfriend's parents' burial, your partner may send his financial support with your knowledge. But hey, he shouldn't be paying the rent and funding the lifestyle of his ex, right? Right? But he or she should be aware and conscious of this. And if he is not, or if she is not, remind them. These are the things you need to discuss critically, right? So if your partner feels they owe their ex, then they should settle them once and for all and put it behind the two of you. Because you hear some men say, oh, she did a lot for me, or oh, he did a lot for me. I can't just cut him off like that. He was so good to me. He sponsored me through school, blah, blah, blah. Right. If you have any score to settle, please settle it once and for all and close that door and move on. Don't be continuously indebted to this person for the rest of your life, even to the detriment of your current relationship, right? So discuss this with your spouse. The next one is, if you have clear evidence and reason to believe that the ex may want your partner back, then insist on a complete shutdown in communication. Please don't base this just on feelings or a dream. Say, when one find trouble, just wake up, say, hey, I dreamt, to sweetheart. I dreamt that you went to go and sleep with your ex. I dreamt I saw you. No be that kind thing be this. This one a serious situation. So they take I dream am or I just feel am. They act. Have hard evidence, okay? Have facts before you take action, right? So if you know that these people, chances are that they're coming, or that person is trying hard to get back together with your spouse, then yes, you do have the right to insist that they shut down all communication. Okay, so but base it on hard facts and the truth, right? Now, the next thing is the next option you may not easily want to consider, and I know this can be controversial, is befriending the ex. Now, they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And this is because you need to know what's up with your enemies often, regularly, because you don't know when they are ready to strike you or hurt you or bring you down. So it may be beneficial if you weigh the situation and you see you can have a friendly rapport with this ex person, right? So that you are a part of the movement, a part of what you're doing and communicating, right? If that person is that kind of person that you can learn one or two things from, then hey, why not? You can befriend them. But of course, when you are playing with the devil, you always ensure that you dine with a long spoon, if you know what I mean. Now, in some cases, though, the best case scenario would be, that it would be if you can be good friends with or at least be cordial with this ex, right? Best case scenario, right? Now, but some cases don't allow this to happen. right? Now, you may even learn one or two things. And plus, if the person has a conscience, the fact that you are now their friend will make it difficult for them to come back to the ex, if the person has a conscience, right? So that's the ideal situation, but that does not mean that that's how it must be. If you look at a situation and you don't see anything that's friendly about this person, if you know that no, this relationship is just going to be toxic and negative, then by all means do away with this and insist that your spouse should also do same, but with good reason, like I said before, and the truth and hard facts. Okay, now, and the next thing you should look into is how to further improve your relationship and strengthen intimacy, right? Instead of focusing your energy on monitoring the ex, find ways of romantically engaging your partner and spending more time together. Because sometimes your insecurities may just be an offspring of the fears that you have, the things that are not right in the relationship, and you now panicking. Because see, when you are secure in love and trust in a marriage or a relationship, it's very difficult to get you to be worried or feel insecure. But when you begin to think, oh, what if he doesn't marry me? What if he marries her instead? What if they have a child together? Me, I don't have a child yet. What if, what if, what if, what if? Now, if the relationship is not in a healthy place, automatically that affects you negatively. And the ex being in the picture is just like putting iodine on a fresh wound. It's just gonna worsen everything, you know. So look inwards and see how you can, get closer to your spouse. If you need to go and see a therapist, if you guys need to try new hobbies, do things that will give you the chance to spend time together, rekindle your romance and all that. Now, the next thing, and finally, is to work on strengthening your self-esteem. Learn to love and believe in yourself enough to be worthy of your spouse and much more. I'm gonna say that again. Learn to love and believe in yourself enough to be worthy of your spouse and much more, right? Improve your personal life, career goals, physical looks, anything that makes you a better version of yourself for you. Bearing in mind that a relationship or marriage is not meant to complete you, but it's just meant to complement you. Two different things. You must be whole as a human being, whole before you can come together and pour into a relationship that's going to be healthy. So look inwards. If you're feeling overweight, do something about it. If you don't like your skin, do something about it, right? Look inwards. Career wise, yourself as an individual. Just be content with the fact that, and yes, I am good wife material, for example. Or hey, I know that I'm a good person. So if my spouse decides to go back to their ex or not, I mean, I know what I'm worth. So it'll be their loss if they leave. So you need to give yourself inner peace and rest with the truth being that you are enough. Okay? You are enough. And what will be will always be. Because if you're not careful, they may even lie that they are no longer communicating with this person. What they do instead is perfect the act of hiding it very well from you. And that's the sad part. So if you dwell on this, it may eventually, like I said at the beginning, destroy your lovely relationship. And that's not what we want. Okay? Right. Now remember to also treat your baggage and trust issues from yesterday so that they don't follow you into the new relationship you have today. Because a lot of times the fears that we experience, the insecurities, are just born from our past experience that was bad. So ensure that that's not what is controlling your thoughts, okay? And again, like I always preach on the show, there are professionals. It's not everything that's a spiritual problem. There are therapists out there, there are counselors out there. It is their job to help you deal with such emotional problems. So go online, do a search, and find yourself a good therapist who can help you, who can guide you, who can listen, who can understand, and also provide you different options to choose from. So it's not a bad thing, right? So let's embrace therapy. It is good. All right, let's see. Let's take a few messages on the music break. We'll be right back. Don't touch it, don't go anywhere.
Lifelines with me. We'll be right back.
Was I the only one, or was I one of many? I got all these questions, won't you answer me? I got all these questions, won't you answer me? If you walk around me, make you not try call me. I don't know you I'm calling. I'm just sent you funny. If you walk around me, make you not try call me. I don't know you I'm calling. I'm just sent you funny. Make you walk out it go. Walk out it go. I'm not your priority. Please walk out it go. I don't wanna be an option. Please walk out go far. Make you day or day, make that day my own. I got all these questions, I beg you leave me alone. I got all these questions, I beg you leave me alone. Make you day or day, make that day my own. I got all these questions, I beg you leave me alone. If you walk around me, make you not try call me. Walk out, you know you I'm calling. I'm just thinking funny. Walk out if you walk out on me. Make you not try call me. Walk out, you know you I'm calling. I'm just thinking funny. Walk out, you go. Make you walk out, it go. Walk out, it go.
Life feels so good when you are tuned in to Lifelines with Mima. Follow us on social media for updates on Lifelines with Mima, radio and television event activities, and even to schedule counseling sessions. For Twitter, it's at Mima Lifelines. For Facebook, it's Lifelines with Mima. For Instagram, it's at Lifelines with Mima 1.
Visit lifelineswithmima.com. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Integrity is uncompromising commitment to your vows and promises, even when you have the opportunity and capability to compromise. Integrity is the capacity to respect yourself, respect others, and take responsibility for your actions and decisions. Integrity is a personal choice to hold oneself to consistent moral and ethical standards. Integrity determines the quality of your reputation.
Welcome back to Lifelines with Mima.
Welcome back. It's still Lifelines with Nima with your darling station 107.7 FM Armed Forces Radio. We're treating the subject of what you should do if your spouse or your significant other is still having a close relationship with their ex. I know this bothers a lot of us, that's why I brought it up today. It's time for me to open up the phone lines now. So you can call in with your contributions and your questions. But please remember, keep it brief and straight to the point. Number two, keep it clean. We don't do vulgar languages here. Children are listening to. So have that at the back of your mind. And finally, ensure that you turn down the volume on your radio set before you call in. The number to call 080 592 70197. 080 592 70197.
But you dey hear me now. Okay, so wetin dey happen because me I dey even come dey see say that money e no pure. The money wey you dey talk e no pure for me. Me I wan do something make I get small change at least make I fit dey browse.
Yeah, and something just occurred to me while we're waiting to open the phone lines. I mean, okay, so is it possible for your spouse to be in love with their ex? Like, is it possible for a man, for example, to love two women at the same time? This question has come to me so many times, and it's interesting because we have different theories and different answers for this question because some people are like there's no space in somebody's life for more than one person at a time, so it's not possible for um, for you to love more than one person at the same time. Well, for me, I think it's more of who you love because of what and the type of love you're sharing at that particular time. I mean, love you dearly, but we don't have chemistry. We don't have chemistry. I'm not physically attracted to you, but I'll be willing to protect you with all that I have, fight for you, be there for you, support you, and everything. But I'm just not physically attracted to you. That is the possibility. Or, oh, I loved this person before. I have a soft spot for them, but I no longer love them. Right? It is you that I love, or it's another person that I love. Okay? Because they say love is never ending. The dynamics may change, but true love is never ending. No matter how pained you are about a relationship, about how the person has treated you, there's still something deep down there, that reminds you of love and gets you feeling a certain way when you think about it. So, the numbers to call again 080 6396343. Let me take that again 080 6396343. I'm sorry, I can see one or two buttons I've tried. Sometimes the network is just not our friend. But hey, don't give up. Keep trying. We still have a couple of minutes left before our time is up. So call. I want to hear your opinions. Let me see. We have our first caller. Hello? 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 Oh la la. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's keep trying. Oh wait. Oh, 63963643. 08063963643. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Helen.
Yes, I can. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay, I'm Nathan coming from Poland.
Okay. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so the thing is, I think you didn't talk about me. So I'm
Oh.
not going to say to my girlfriend.
Mm.
I'm going to say to my ex.
Mm.
But not because we were cool, like 4 years together. We were very cute. Like, we made everything ourselves,
Mm.
family years and all that. I've been trying, it's not easy, just getting your person to do for more 4 years and more.
Mm.
University there, yeah. I think the legacy that everything
Mm.
was for my, I don't think I understood the
Yes, so you need to remind yourself of why you broke up with this person in the first place.
so it was it's like mystery. We had this apart for a while and then so when I said over time we are really good now. And then I was and then
If you still have feelings for each other, it's best not to string your new girlfriend along. If you still feel this way about your ex, it's really just punishment if you keep stringing the current person along. Because every day you keep her, you are wasting her time. She's investing feelings into this. You're not being fair. So if you feel, you still have strong feelings for your ex, then the earlier you face the current girlfriend and tell her the truth and get back to your ex, the better, right?
yeah, so yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. So do take care. Alrighty. It can be complicated when it comes to relationships. The number again, 08063963643. 08063963643. Oh, we have another caller. Hello.
So good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello?
Good evening.
Hello?
I can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello?
Oh la la. Hello. Oh goodness. Okay, you can try again. The numbers again: 08063963643. 08063963643. Let's see. Another caller. Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello. Good evening. Yes. What's your name and where are you calling us from? Sorry? Faith. Okay. Okay. Where are you calling us from? Okay. Go ahead, please. But speak up. I can't hear you. Your voice is a bit down.
Okay, right now.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Boyfriend and I have to I have to boyfriend to just focus my mind on things and he has been pulling me up and down. I don't know what to do.
Is he still in love with his ex or why is he turning you up and down?
So he is telling me what to do. I girlfriend like yes, a life to
Yes, but you have to know what you're doing. If you're not satisfied with what he's giving, then you know it's not right for you. The earlier you walk away from that, the better. So you can find someone that's devoted to you and loves you and can make time for you and give you attention, right? So I think you need to have a frank conversation with him, sit down with him and talk deeply.
Even online with other conversations like me and him still
Uh,
like just
then
sit down and
it's not working. It's not working. If you cannot sit your boyfriend down and have a conversation, then there's something fundamentally wrong. It's not working. Please be careful. Okay?
he's always complaining about his
Okay. Okay. So
yeah.
I have to let you go now. Okay? Please take care. Alrighty. The number again: 08063963643. 08063963643. We're talking about dealing with situation where your spouse or significant other is having a close relationship with their ex, be it their ex-wife, ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, right? What should you do? Ultimately, it's everything comes down to what kind of bond you have with this person, what kind of love you share, how deep is what you have with him or her. Okay? If you cannot trust what you have with this person enough to say, oh, well, we're going to be all right at the end of the day, there you have a problem, and you should then seek professional help to look deeply into it and find solutions. Because a lot of times, especially for my singles out there, the signs of a bad marriage, they are always there during courtship and dating. We just choose to ignore them. Okay, you see that the guy slapped you once, or he got angry and broke something in his room, or he got angry and broke your phone. Why do you think that after marriage he's not gonna beat you up and insult your parents when they try to talk to him? So the signs are always there. If it is not working, it is not working. You do not force a relationship. No matter how you are, no matter how you are a perfect spec for someone. You are a dream girl or a dream guy for someone out there. The difficult part is having the faith, belief, and patience to wait for the right person to come into your life rather than just hanging around someone that you know doesn't deserve you, doesn't make you happy, and all that. Again, think deeply. At the end of the day, it is your mental health, and your happiness that matters. A lot of us go into relationships for all of the wrong reasons. It shouldn't be so. If you're if you're one of those dealing with this ex girlfriend thing, okay, let's see if we can take one more call before we go. Hello, hello. Yes, can you hear me? Oh la la, your voice is so far away. Hello. Oh la la. Okay, I apologize. Sometimes the network is just not our friend. Well, we're almost out of time anyway. So, my final words on our subject for today: remember, the first thing is to investigate, find out what's really the situation. How did they break up? What was the relationship like? What did they share? What's the situation of things? Investigate, ask questions, get your facts right. Two, have a sincere conversation with your spouse, right? If it bothers you that much, then you should have a talk with them, okay? And if you are the one that is dealing with this, that is in the position, like my young brother that just called saying that he's not been fair to his girlfriend, if you are in that position, have a deep have deep reflection and pray about it and decide on who you want. If you are still in love with your ex, then you are just punishing this innocent person that loves you and doesn't know that your heart is elsewhere. And you know the thing about feelings, you cannot pretend or hide them for too long. So be honest with the two women and choose who would make you happy. And if you're not, set healthy boundaries, okay? Have that conversation with your spouse. And then if you are the person, just listen, sit with your spouse and set healthy boundaries. Okay, please don't call me past 10 p.m. because my girlfriend doesn't like it, right? Or I don't think it's right for us to be talking past 10 p.m. Only call me during so and so time Please, can you respect that? Okay, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to pay your bills anymore. I have settled you. This is your settlement and all that. I need to end this and move on. Finish up, close that chapter, and move on with your life as much as possible. Be careful so that you don't hurt anybody and ultimately hurt yourself. Wow, our time is almost over. But before we go, as it's our traditional lifelines with Nima, I'd like to encourage someone out there. Let us learn to honor and bless the men and women of our military. These people that don't sleep so that we may sleep. These people that leave their families for long periods of time because of you and I to keep our own families safe. These people that pay the ultimate price for the love of country. When you pray, please say a prayer for the souls of our departed soldiers, because you know what? A lot of them go and never come back. And like you and I, they have brothers, they have sisters, they have parents, they have wives, children that are left orphaned because they don't come back serving you and I. It is necessary that we appreciate them, we celebrate them, and we take care of our own. It is our responsibility as Nigerians to do so, honor our modern day heroes. All right. I hope we can keep a date, same station, same time next Monday. You know, I always enjoy your company and I appreciate your support and prayers so far. Don't forget to follow us on social media. There is where you get the latest updates on our TV show, on the radio show, on our events, on our reach out program. So join us on social media. Don't forget to be good and be kind to one another. From all of us here, as you wait for the 6 o'clock news, I'm going to leave you with a lovely song from my daughter Nana. I'm sure you will like it. Take care. Love you.
I thought I was going to enter your video. It's my birthday, so permit me to say congratulations.
Yes.
Unlike the topic today, I don't have an ex that will take me away from my first. You know what it is.
Yes, so no.
More
Your own is
massively well.
Thank you. Yours
And
is
I pray to
covered.
be faithful all through.
Yes, you will be.
Thank you, Mommy. Yes. I got all these questions, don't you answer any? I got all these questions, don't you answer any?